Yeah.
and I don't get starstruck. I met Art Adams,
Okay.
who is, in my opinion, the greatest comic book artist I've ever seen. He's a master of texture. He did
What's he drawn?
He did the X-Men back in the day. I mean, his stuff is, he did X-Men back when they were in the 80s. I think his first big one was like the Long Shot miniseries. And then he's just sort of, he did a book called Monkey Man and O'Brien for Dark Horse.
Okay.
He's just, if you look at his artwork and you just Google Art Adams and just
hit
Google
images.
And just be amazed at what he's done.
Just the variety, or
it's just so great. He controls texture in art that better than anybody I've ever seen. And it's not just, a lot of these like superstar artists, it's a lot of cross hatching and shading and it's going to dark and deep, but he just covers everything so perfectly. Like he'll draw Thing.
Okay.
And it looks like a man pieced together out of rock as opposed to this kind of vague outline of
a man in rock.
It's just so good.
Okay.
And I met Art Adams at Boston Comic Con in maybe 2010.
Okay.
And I stammered. I was like, and I've had a friend with me. My friend Josh was with me, and he just started laughing. He's like, "What is wrong with you? I've never seen you like this."
Right.
But it was just, that is what it is to me. I met Stan Lee, and it didn't bother me. I didn't bat an eye.
Right.
I meet this guy who drew the X-Men in the 80s. And,
you can't call who you're going to be thrown by.
Yeah.
It's just like when for years when I would meet Dana Gould, I couldn't talk.
I could see that.
And he, just because he's always inspired me so greatly in my stand-up, that I was hard to. Now I'm Cash. Cash. I can tell him to shut up and stuff.
Me and DG.
Me and Gouldacrat. We can talk about things.
Do our thing.
Anyway,
it's no big deal.
But it's
brushing your shoulders.
But it is. I mean, you don't know what's going to really kind of inspire you. I mean, I don't know who I would meet right now that would. I mean, I would be impressed to meet a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you aren't impressed to meet them. It just doesn't. That visceral kind of, I have nothing to say. Like,
I interviewed a Muppet once.
A Muppet?
Yeah, and that was strange to me. But that was, I think, more of like just a crazy, insane...
Wyatt Cenac was on an episode of The Dork Forest, and he said it was one of the most powerful things when he met Kermit.
Yeah. Well, when I met... Because I was doing an interview, and you meet the Muppeteer face to face, and the Muppet's asleep.
Okay.
So the Muppet the Muppeteer's elbows on the table, and this was in a hotel room in the Beverly Hiltons. We were doing I was buying guns.
That's how it meant. I
was buying guns from a Muppet. No, it was for I used to be a mommy blogger.
Okay.
For Modern Mom, I used to write movie reviews.
Wow, man!
You look at me and you think mommy blogger.
Yeah.
Former teacher.
But is that a thing?
And he's asleep, and then hello. He like wakes the Muppet up and starts talking to you.
But that's how they have to. Is that a standardized thing? Sort of like a Disney,
maybe.
Like the people in the Disney costumes can't break character.
Yeah,
when you're a Muppeteer, if the Muppet's on your hand, do you have to have a sleepy Muppet or a talkie Muppet?
I'm assuming if the Muppeteer is talking to you, the Muppet has to be asleep. And then when it comes time, and the trick works. It's hypnotizing because as soon as the Muppet starts talking, your eyes go to the Muppet,
and you're no longer talking to the person.
And I'm talking to the Muppet, and then every maybe 3 minutes or so, I'd look up at the guy and be like, "Huh." Yeah. Like I would just be like, right? That's crazy, right? I'm talking to your fist. That's bananas.
That is bananas. Do their lips move?